First time got caught by my mom while watching Xena the Warrior Princess. Yeah, where my zine heads at? Come on, Treehouse. That's what I'm talking about. Woohoo! Yeah, 9 years old. Didn't know what I was doing. Got caught by my mom in Chalk Mountain, Texas. My mom freaked out. She goes, Michael, you wait in your room until your father comes home. You just wait right there. And she slammed the door. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if this was a good thing. I didn't know if this was a bad thing. I just saw Xena do a backflip in leather and was like, let's try this out. You know? Which still to this day, I'm worried that I do it wrong. You know? So everybody uses their elbows. That's how you do it, but then it goes up and up. But I got caught. And I was very embarrassed, but I was also very scared. You know, we didn't talk about this. I felt like I did something wrong, you know, and I waited in my room all day. And my dad was working a 24-hour shift at the hospital, so I was scared of like how his reaction was going to be. And he came in and he shut the door and he goes, Michael, your mother told me what happened this afternoon, and I got one question for you, son. Don't you lie to me. What television program were you watching? And at 9, I had to look at my father in the face and say, Xena the Warrior Princess. And there was just a pause. And then he goes, nice. I was like, what? He goes, don't do it when your mom's home, stupid. I was like, I'm not in trouble. He goes, nah, I brought home KFC. And I went, KFC? That's for good boys. Brown gravy, baby, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and every time I have KFC, I get a boner, you know? Just thinking about my dad, you know, just in a cool way. We're gonna take mushies. I love my family, I do, we're really close, so it's been very hard. And it's also hard for me because like I had this loving family. My parents have been married over 40 years. They still like show affection to each other every day. I have a great relationship with my brothers. Like I had this house full of love. And I don't know if you know about some kind of comedy or comics, you know, they have a lot of pain, they have a lot of trauma, because sometimes that breeds great art and great expression, and we can relate from it. You know, we can see something, a brighter side from it. But it's tough for me to bond with those comics, you know what I mean, who've had kind of a rougher go. And I try, because these comics bond over their trauma, and your boy just wants to be pals. You know what I mean? I'm just a Hufflepuff looking for a Gryffindor. Just trying to do it. And it's hard to bond with comics, and I try really tough to make friends. Like one time I was at a green room with a show, it was actually at a beach, we were in the green room was the sand. And there was these two comics that I really respected, and they were bonding over their tragedy. And it was a beautiful thing, but I just was like, you know how like you want to join the circle? Like it's just two people and you just kind of scooch in there, you know what I mean? And then boom, you're best buds. Like, so I'm sitting there just being a Hufflepuff, and one of them goes, yeah man, my dad left when I was 6. And the other one came a little closer and he goes, you know what, it's cool, man. My mom was a heroin addict, and the CPA had to take me and my sister out when we were 13. And then they looked at me as if to go, your turn. And I just looked at them and said the truth. I just go, my parents still mail me Easter baskets. And I was just like, I'm gonna see myself out. I walked into the water. Into the water, you know? Oh, but I think it's good to open up. I think that's fun. Here's something about me that's kind of quirky, right? I love Blink 182. Yeah, I love Taco Bell at midnight, you know? Also, I saw ghosts as a kid. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They liked it. You guys got spooked. I did. I saw ghosts as a kid. I've been expressing this to friends. It's something I have been opening to people that have never talked about in my life. From ages 11 to 18, I was haunted. I was haunted by a ghost while being a kid. Let me give you some details. Chalk Mountain, Texas. When I was 11, me and my brothers, we just ran up the mountain adjacent to our house, and all of a sudden we found these pathways, we found these rocks, we found these like tombstone things in these caves. So we went back and told my parents, and back in the day, this used to be run by Comanche Indians in Central Texas. So my parents knew that, so they got a doctoral candidate in Native American Studies to come and check it out. Sidebar, it was a white guy. Which is kind of like, can we trust him? You know what I mean? But Bradley said, he did. Bradley, with a red head and a red mustache, got a science boner over the things we showed him. He's got a big old bone. And he told us, he goes, yeah, man, this is the Comanche Indians. This is actually where they wash their clothes. This is where the chief slept. And he goes, this is where they buried their dead. And me and my brothers went, we're fucking shit up. But that's what you do when you're a kid, right? We're in Chalk Mountain, Texas. Like, we just have this land to run around, but you gotta learn as a kid. But this is something I never thought I'd have to learn. The next night, we went up there, and me and my brothers threw everything around. I know, right? I feel like the ghosts saw us do that, and I was chubby, and they're like, let's hunt the fat one. You know what I mean? I just had a bowl cut and glasses and thought for sure I was gonna be Harry Potter.